What is up, everybody? Jaco here today. Just got done the gym today. Today is September 13th, 2020, a Tuesday. And today I want to talk about looks. And now you're like, Jake, where you going with this, my brother? So I want to talk about looks in a specific matter. I want to talk about looks when it comes to relationships, not providing entertainment, right? I don't want to talk about looks in that sense or category because looks do matter in that category. So take away from that, I want to talk about looks in a relationship. And if you base your relationship or start a relationship just on looks, I'm going to guarantee you 99.5% your relationship is not going to work out. And sorry if my thing is like lagging or something. I swear phones over time get so slow. And I don't know if it's from all the like porn I watch, but something. It's just, they just slowed down. And this thing got an 8-core processor, man. It shouldn't be slow and lagging. So back to what I was saying. If you base your relationship and start your relationship on lust/looks, your relationship will more than likely fail. Now, that's my personal opinion. I'm not a relationship successor. I'm not a relationship coach. I'm not a relationship therapist, right? I'm none of those things. So what I say doesn't really matter. You can take it with a grain of salt, or you can say, you know what, that kind of makes sense. So, yeah, that truck is lopsided. That's weird. So, that being said, all the relationships that I had, and I had quite a handful, probably like, we're talking relationships, not sexual encounters. Relationships, I had about 6, 7, maybe 8, and maybe 10 if you count like relationships less than a month. But in all my relationships, after I was like 20, I didn't base them on looks and lust. Yes, you can be physically attracted to somebody and start a relationship and still not think that like they're the hottest thing in the world. And that's completely normal. Like, any girl that I was with, I never said, oh my God, you're my dream girl, blah, 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 blah. Like, if that's what people want you to say to them, then I think that they're lying, because unless you go way out of your league, like I look at my looks and I say, listen, I think that if you put a row of 10 guys next to me, I think that I'm like in the top 3, top 4. So I rank myself like a 7 or 6.5 out of 10 in the looks department. Now, everybody's eyes differ. Like, you might say, yo, Jake, you look like a 10 to me. That's nice, right? But another guy might say, look, Jake, you look like a 5. Then it evens out to 7.5. So everybody has their own opinions in looks. And obviously we shouldn't be judging people on looks, but if we're being honest, you know, some people are attracted to certain people and some people are not attracted to certain people. You know, there might be people who say, I don't like white guys, and that's perfectly fine. So I'm obviously a lot lower because I'm a white guy. I don't like guys with blue eyes. I know it's rare, but it happens, you know? So when I talk about looks, I would never, like, if I was with a girl who I said was this person just made a left from a right lane and wasn't in the turn lane. That's weird. So if I was with somebody and she was like a 9, 9.5, a 10, I wouldn't want to be with her. And there's a lot of reasons why. Number one, I would feel like I have to work extra hard to keep this person at bay and please, because she's so much better looking than me, right? And then number two, I would probably be a little self-conscious and be like, oh, is she sleeping around? Who's she with? Who she's talking to? I don't want to have that worry. And then lastly, I think that the prettiest girls have the worst personality. I really think so. And now, obviously, there is some pretty girls who have great personality, but I think a majority of them don't have great personality. And then lastly, they might not even be intelligent. So wouldn't you rather be with somebody who's all around 7s versus somebody who's a 10 in looks and a 2 in personality and a 4 in intelligence? Like, that's what makes sense to me. Now, you guys don't have to think the same way that I think. I just think that in reality, looks fade. Looks fade over time. So if you can't fall in love with somebody for their personality, who they are, you, like I said, you can still be attracted to them without thinking that they're the holy grail. You can be attracted to somebody without thinking they're the holy grail. But once your looks start to fade, obviously both looks fade in both departments, both in a relationship. Everybody gets older, all looks fade. You know, there is surgery out there, but et cetera, et cetera. So if you don't fall in love and you base your relationship off of looks, then I feel that your relationship will fail. And like, if you like somebody for looks and their looks are gone, you're going to look for somebody who has the looks again. And it's going to be a domino effect and keep happening and happening and happening. And it's kind of like Leonardo DiCaprio, who goes out with girls, and the minute they turn 25, he breaks up with them. Like, that's your thing, dude. That's cool. Like, there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. That's just what he is. So if you don't want that to happen to you, don't date Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, it's simple as that. It's not like he's like takes their stuff, throws them out the door, and says, "Get the hell out of my house. You just turned 25." If he breaks up with them, he breaks up with them, and that's a relationship. Like, obviously, if you're with him for 4 years and he hasn't married your behind, then he's gonna throw your butt out. It's common sense, right? So hopefully you guys, understand where I'm coming from with this video. I don't want it to drag on too much. I just want people to realize how I look at things, right? I don't look at, like, there's so many pretty girls out there, right? And you can look at somebody and be like, oh my God, that girl is perfect, right? Spend an hour with her, sleep a night with her, and wake up next to her, right? And then give her the same rating. We can't just be throwing out 10s left and right and you don't even know a person. Like, anybody, like, I could literally, none of my photos I've ever taken, none of my videos have ever been photoshopped. I never wore makeup in my entire life other than for that FJ photo shoot, and they made me wear it. They didn't even give me the option to not wear it. They said, we're gonna put makeup on you. So that's the only time I ever wore makeup in my life, and I really despised it because I feel like it's giving off a false thing. Now, I'm not knocking women for wearing makeup. If that makes you feel beautiful, you do you, right? I personally rather be with a girl who doesn't wear makeup, who doesn't rely on makeup. Now, I'm not going to tell a girl not to wear makeup because I'm not going to take away from a girl's happiness in order to please myself. I'm not that type of person. If you want to wear makeup, go for it. But when I see girls who wear extended lashes, who draw on eyebrows and stuff like that, like, that's not what I like, right? And that's okay. That's okay. I'm not knocking anybody for doing that. You're allowed to do whatever you want to your body, and that's why it is your body, and this is why it's my body, right? Some guys might be like me. I don't go to the barber. I don't go and get facial cleanses. I don't go and get massages. But there's some guys who do, and it's okay. It doesn't make you any less of a man to go do those things. So this is just my opinion, and like I said, take it with a grain of salt. It's not that important. I just want to say what I look for in, relationships, and I'd rather be with a girl who's a 5, a 6, a 7, and her personality is an 8, 9, 10. Her intelligence is an 8, 9, 10. And same goes for the body. Like, the bodies change as well. But I'd rather be with a girl who's not attractive at all and takes care of her body and is intelligent and has a great personality. Those are all great qualities. But if you're just gonna look for somebody and say, okay, she's hot as hell. I've literally went on dates with a couple girls that I thought were very hot, and this was me basing it off of Instagram, off of a dating app, and I was like, this girl is a 9 or a 10, and I see them in person, and even before I judge their personality, they don't even look the same as they did in their pictures or their profile, whatever. They don't even look the same. So it's like, you can be enamored and lust over somebody, but it's best to leave it like that. It's best not to bring it like to you. Like, if you, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, if you met me in person, I look exactly the same as I do on camera, but not everybody does, right? Not everybody does. I have my own problems. When I eat bad, I break out, I feel like I'm getting fat, etc., etc. Like, it all happens. I break out on my arms, And because I'm real, I'm not fake. I'm not gonna hide that from, you know, people, because that's what it is, right? But when I eat good, I can look good and feel good and everything. And even if I do all that perfect, I still don't think I'm higher than a 7 in the looks category, because that's me being honest with myself. Like, you can go up to a girl in the street, like literally, I should like go up to girls and be like, what would you rate yourself in looks 1 to 10? Like 90% of girls are gonna say 10 out of 10. That's crazy. You're not being realistic. You're not being honest with yourself. So thank you guys so much for watching. I just got home. If you want to talk about this more, let me know in the comment section below. And I hope everybody has a blessed day, guys. And take care. Be sure to please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye-bye.